Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some key tips that the fearful avoidant needs when dating a dismissive avoidant in terms of how to make the relationship thrive, things the FA needs to heal, work on, all that kind of stuff. I've mentioned in other videos in this series, if you want to do a deeper dive into this, we have courses that are available for free for 7 days to check out as in our webinar lounge. They're webinar style courses, along with access to all the other stuff we have going on at PDS. And it goes really in depth into all the different attachment style relationships and interactions, things you need for healing, reprogramming, communicating needs, everything. You can check them out for free for 7 days by clicking the link in the description box below. So let's talk about this. First and foremost, the fearful avoidant, when dating a dismissive avoidant, absolutely needs to learn to communicate their needs and see their needs through. It can feel really vulnerable when you're the fearful avoidant to actually put yourself out there and express your needs at the beginning, because it can feel just in reality, usually the fearful avoidant subconscious programming and associations to being vulnerable are not good, right? It's usually I got hurt, or it didn't end well, or vulnerability was painful, or my needs weren't met. So the subconscious mind assumes that it's not going to go well. And this is part of why there can be so much difficulty in vulnerability. However, this is something to reprogram and practice. You can do so using exposure work, communicating your needs in little small increments over time, or you can even do reprogramming about whatever stories or fears you have about communicating your needs, because they're really just existing at the belief level. So you may believe, if I am vulnerable and open up, I am weak, I will be rejected, it won't work anyways, and then I'll feel foolish or stupid. There can be different beliefs there. Reprogram those things, because at the end of the day, you communicate your needs for you, for your work, your growth, your healing. And sometimes we think we communicate a need once and it should just be met. But the reality is, to have a thriving relationship with anybody, we have to be able to talk about our needs all the time and around all things. And that's a goal to be able to achieve as an individual. So this is your work, fearful avoidant. It's really powerful in this relationship. And if you communicate your needs kindly, respectfully, consistently, you see your needs through, and you don't have expectations that the DA will be perfect, but that they'll try. And when they're not available, you practice meeting your own needs. You're going to really see the needle move in the relationship this way. Then it's very valuable and important. Number two, fearful avoidants also must communicate their boundaries and actually maintain their boundaries. Sometimes the FA can become a little bit focused on the dismissive avoidant and spending time with them and these sorts of things. But it's extremely important for fearful avoidants in relationships to actually have the ability to maintain the relationship to themselves across the 7 areas of life. This can be tricky for the fearful avoidant, because they have a tendency towards codependency. And because when they're with a dismissive avoidant, they tend to be more on their anxious side, they may lean towards codependency more easily. But that's your work. It's to be able to maintain your goals with physical health, with friendships, with family member relationships, with all different areas of your life, your career, your relationship to money, keep building and expanding mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all these different things are important. You can really just break it down into small habits. What can I do Mondays for myself, Tuesdays, and just have little 15-20 minute rituals, because that will help you just maintain things without feeling like I have to each day invest in all of the 7 areas of life with so much ferocity. It'll just help you stay regulated and checked in with each of these different aspects of the holistic self. Number 3 is fearful avoidants must learn to express and not self-abandon. So if you're hurt, if you're afraid, if you don't feel good, sometimes fearful avoidants will bottle it up and then say it later. And usually when they say it later, it comes out in a not so good way. And so this is a call for you to learn to express in real time. So literally when you are triggered, try to share in the moment. Hey, this doesn't feel good. Or, hey, I feel frustrated a little bit right now. Let me take a moment and figure out what's going on inside of me. And to remember, emotions are just feedback. They're letting you know when something is out of alignment, and it's either an unmet need or a painful wound was just activated. And so you may be giving a situation meaning based on your history or past experiences. For example, you may see the DA pull away and make it mean the DA is cheating, or the DA is going to abandon you, or you're not worthy, or you're unimportant, or something like that. But usually the DA is pulling away for many different reasons other than that. They need to regulate, they need to self-soothe, they're burnt out because their emotional bandwidth is lower. There can be so many other reasons, and we want to make sure we're not just giving that worst case scenario meaning to things all the time. Our next really important dynamic here is to be able to question those stories and to really work through those stories, but then also to reprogram those core wounds at a deeper level. So to actually realize, hey, if there are patterns of things coming up for me, like this belief that I'll be betrayed or abandoned, like I have to do reprogramming work around that. There's other videos on this channel that we talk about that in. And also we've got tons of stuff inside PDS. If you want to join for a free trial, you can check out our 21 days to reprogram your subconscious mind course. You can check out the emotional mastery and belief reprogramming course. All that kind of stuff has everything in detail. And the relationship interaction courses have reprogramming tips for each style as well. And number 5, I think we're on number 5, maybe number 6. Fearful avoidants also must learn to repair their internal trust baseline. And what this means is like learn to build trust in relationships. This happens by reprogramming your stories about trust, that people always betray, always leave, these imprints that were left, actually doing the work to reprogram them. But it also means building trust in relationship to yourself by being congruent in the relationship to yourself, what you say you're going to do for yourself, and then actually showing up, matching. When we have incongruency, we don't trust. If somebody says to me, hey, I'm going to pick you up at 7, and then every day that they're supposed to pick me up, they come at 8, I don't trust them to pick me up at 7. What they say and what they do not match. And this is what the fearful avoidant is really seeking and needing to do in terms of the relationship to themselves, is give that congruency to self, as well as being able to protect themselves by setting boundaries, by saying no to things that are no. Fearful avoidants often self-betray because they get into a position where they're used to violating their own boundaries to please other people. It's been a coping mechanism historically, and this needs to be worked through as well. I'll do a longer video on this because it's actually a really important topic now that I'm thinking of it. So anyways, really important. And again, all this stuff is inside PDS's resources. You can check out any of these things for free for 7 days, clicking the link below. Also, we have our relationship integrated attachment theory certification program to be a relationship coach in all this stuff. I'll help you go through, learn everything, learn how to build your business, just everything over the next, the door is open to join the waitlist right now. And then when we actually launch, it will be 8 weeks of 3.5-hour training sessions. If you're not able to make it live, you can attend after the fact, as well as 3 months of follow-up webinars to create support, answer questions, all this kind of stuff. And it will be training in all this stuff that we talk about and share on this channel, and learning to actually help facilitate like healing in relationships, work from home, work from your computer, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, join me if you're interested. And if you want to click the link below, you can also learn more, getting on the wait list, and also just learning about what's there, and what the program looks like in the itinerary and all that good stuff below. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.